Hello and welcome. Right, what have we done? Well, these two fields here, that's what we've done. Yeah, parsnips and red beet is what we've done. I had issues with the field points on the production because I've sort of changed them completely because they weren't working properly. So I sort of had to rip them to pieces last Sunday. It was a day I was trying to dedicate to modelling, and it ended up fixing the all of the productions, and there was still a little bit of an aftermath in this session where I thought I'd fixed everything and there was one thing that was wrong. It would not show the dump mark. I couldn't like literally tip the parsnips and that out, so I had to go back to all the models, and I've literally went through them all now. There might be one I missed. Usually you sort of say these things, oh, I've done them all, but yeah, I think I have. I've gone through all of them, I believe, and now all of them will say the dump, because I know what the mistake was. It was just the name wasn't right, basically, because the names are different in different models, and I'd got a couple of models and one of them was wrong. I know it's boring, mega boring, but one says exact fill node and the other says exact fill root node. Now, syntax in any kind of programming language is important. So if the pointer's pointing to the wrong spelling, it will never find it because it's pointing to the other spelling. So all I had to do was basically check the spelling, and that was it. Job was a good one. So yeah, basically, yeah, we've got these two fields to done. I'm just going to quickly set the John Deere going for next session so that he will start like at the beginning of the session, and then I think I'll show you what we've got in the production, how well we've done. But that really is it. There's very little. This is not going to be a long catch up because yeah. Oh well, I suppose there is a bit to do. No, yeah, I have changed this, but you have to come out of the game and in the game, and I wasn't prepared to do that. So I did notice last session that I'd ripped the road up. In other words, I'd gone where the road is, and the game allowed me to do that, which is a bit naughty of it, but I'm happy. So we've taken the road. So I've rerouted the road around here, but there's a bit of a collision on the bakery mill at the minute that's in the way, but that will fix next session. So yeah, that's all fixed. And we'll just stick this in. I don't think there's enough room for parsnips, but we'll have a go. I think I filled it. But I'll show you what we've did with the red beets and the parsnips. Ooh, and yeah, they've really nerfed horsepower again, really early on this time. I knew it wouldn't last. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the headers are like nerfed on the beginning start harvester where you can't use we've used like 30-meter corn headers and things like that. I quite believe, I've always said it, this I think will be nerfed. Now we've got a big John Deere, so we should be alright. We should be able to pretty much cope with any header in the game because of its sheer horsepower, it really is a monster. So but the little harvester that I've had frequently at the beginning of FS25, I'm not sure that it will actually Actually, I think if we look at this, I think it will be full anyway of pass. It is, so we want to stick them. So this is what we did. The flour. Now this is a bit. The only way I can get the flour out of here. It shouldn't be in here. Well, I suppose it should if we were doing this. It does require this, but it shouldn't have put in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take. We will do some eggs and we will do the noodles, but we don't need that level of flour in there. I'm going to manually move it from the XML. Because flour is a production. So what I mean is if I remove it out, it's to sell, and I don't want to sell it. No, you can't do it. There's no room in the inn. Yeah, very little. Yeah, so the bottom line is, if I told the flour to come out, I can't put it back in to the other one. The only way I can do it is another one of those things which I think is a very unwise decision of Giants to move to just pallets. They're trying to do everything to pallets, and the trouble is once they're in a pallet form, they're in a pallet form. They don't change back, which is a bit silly because sometimes if you did flour, no one in their right mind is going to want to sell flour. Wow, we've got some. Yeah, we're going to. Also, the other thing is I am going to determine its habits. In FS22, I nearly always sold everything like directly, but we've got. I've done the farmer's kiosk. I was examining it earlier. I've changed the modelling a little, but it's not liking some of the changes. It's sort of two models in one. Let's visit. Yeah, this is my own model. It's not the Giants one, but I've fixed the problem where you cannot see the things in it, which I'm quite pleased about that. But it's still got some weirdness going on with the way that they put this layer stuff on it that hid everything. So I fixed that, and I've also got a back on mine, although it has got a box of spring onions at the back. But I like to see them, so I didn't want to ruin it totally. But yeah, mine's got a back, but it's got some weirdness going on with the imagery. So yeah, not much I can do about it unless I completely remake it. I mean, I have really. That is my model, but it's based upon the Giants one, basically. And then I've like reskinned it and everything in Blender and basically put a back on it. But it's still doing weird things with whatever they did to encase this in the. Yeah, you can see I've almost unpeeled whatever gunk they stick on it to see, you know, like what's underneath. But yeah, I started to do the tie. You can see there's a little tiny bit there. I might have another go at it, but I've spent so much on this. I could have done one myself. Yeah, I've unpeeled the farm to table sign. There's that on there. I thought I'd done that, but I need to unpeel that one as well. And then it should be pretty much where it should be. And I do feel like equally, yeah, that's really only an icicle for winter. So yeah, I don't know what I've done there. Yeah, I need to just fix the last couple of things on this, and I do feel it's partially mine because of all the time I've spent on it. Yeah, and that's wood still. Oh, I've actually unpeeled the front on that. Right, I might put another front back on. That's my fault. It is. Right, so I think that is it. Yeah, we filled that up. We've rerouted the road, and we basically did 2 fields, and we've also ploughed and de-stoned this one. So we need to grab the stones out. Let's grab you quickly. I'm sure you're getting actually quite full. Wow, that's plough's nearly finished. No, we don't. We want to enter the vehicle. Yeah, oh, it is as well. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of stone to put into the to make lime or whatever else, or mineral feeds. Obviously, we're going to try to sort of work with that. We've got the diesel, the sunflower for diesel, biodiesel in our self-sufficiency. And yeah, I'd like to work with that a bit more, definitely. And we're going to see as well if we need to do quite so much vegetables, because obviously these are quite large fields. But I think we're now we're doing triple soup. I think it's really going to like hammer what we've got. So, because this year's the first year we've actually done all 3 vegetables, so it should really be actually quite good. But there, I'm going to leave it there because yeah, it's nearly time. I'm going to be late for work. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of the session. Right, I've set the courses. I've got them all ready for all of them this time. We might take over, but at least it gives you, because there's going to be a lot of unloading. It's the only thing with all of root crops really is there's an awful lot of like you running around and unloading. So, yeah, I'm going to say we've only got the one trailer, haven't we? Even though it's a beautiful, beautiful. Oh, my life, let's move right this way. I don't want to getting run over. I'd imagine we're at the top, I think. Now, have we lost anybody? Have we lost? No, we've still got that. We've still got that. Yeah, I've not tweaked a lot. I've got them all about how I like them now. I've changed on the sugar mill. I've got a different model. I've gone for taller rather than they're a lot bigger, but they are like not so squat. Because it's obviously it's a game, and we do want to like get it right. I'm going to go into a time lapse because this is not going to be one session. It's not. It's going to be because it's a lot now. And root crops, it's a 4-meter header, so it is true. I did miss a bit of a trick, and that yeah, it's got self unload on. It should unload on the first headland. Although really, I always class it. It's amazing. Now I've obviously always done cosplay. We're not technically on the headlands, so I'm not sure whether it classes that as the headlands. I'm going to like take over though because it is very faffy. Yeah, I think I'm a lot quicker than all of the faffing around that you like that. It's just, yeah, I know I can take over because it's vegetables, so we don't crush it right. I'm going to say my words. There's a lot of work to do, and let's get it done. Let's get it done, definitely. Yeah, so I'm going to say, see you guys and gals on the other side. This is a bit of a weird one, really. I've just compared mine to this has worked, as in like it's the same model as I've always had. It worked absolutely fine. I've checked, I've got not any mistakes with like my mod, and now all of a sudden it's not working. Just trying to change the mod desk. But I did think you were allowed to have a little bit of difference, as in like a you know, like I know I'm speaking sorry gobbledygooch now, and so yeah, it's a they've changed quite a lot. The tractors have been nerfed already. This can normally get up this hill better than that. It now is terrible, which I knew. I did sort of yeah. I've always been fairly decent at sort of detecting that when they do a big change like that. When one session everything's all right, the next session the same tractor all of a sudden can't do anything. So I have no idea what they've done or whether it is just that the mod desk has changed, because now all of a sudden we can't unload to something I've not made a change to that a session ago was actually working. So I know it's not. You sort of begin. I've just been through my actual thing and compared it to the proper Giants one, and you know the actual production, how it works, the XML file, and it's absolutely spot on. There's no mistakes. I've run it through what they call a test runner, which is what modders, a program that Giants give you to just check your mod to make sure it's like not got any errors. And when I say errors, there are errors that are turned up by like the checker, the program, but there are also errors that don't, that it will pass but it won't work properly. It you know, and they're the ones that Giants test for, like to make sure that it comes. And now we always know that all of our mods they are strange anyway. They don't actually work right. You know, like there'll still be errors that don't show up by the program. So let's just get this. Where are we? So it's up and it's down this one here. Yeah, I'm going to be a bit of cleanup because obviously. Right, okay, so if we just up and down from this here, if I go down one and then come up the other, we should pretty much be cooking on gas, and then I can follow the same lines as Courseplay will follow if I need it to take over, which I will. So this is a bit of a weird one. Yeah, the only thing I can think is it's is to do with Mod Desk, which is the version of. Now, it didn't used to matter. In FS19, you needed a mod desk higher than the base game, or as the same base game. But modders never had any of this worry about, oh, all of a sudden your mod stops working. Well, yeah, Giants in their wisdom thought it was really clever to bring this in. So now all of a sudden you can have a perfectly good production that all of a sudden doesn't work. Yeah, for no reason. So let's just set you going. And hide that, and we'll go back into that time lapse. But I thought an explanation was in order. We could, I suppose, test this with another known working one. If we've only got the one trailer, haven't we? So yeah, let's go and stick this. I think we've got some oats or something in this one. Let's go and try and tip some in there. It's you know, like I put, yeah, sorry about the zone markers. I was wanting to check that my marker was exactly where it should be, that the loading. I've actually moved all of these because I had got them wrong, as in like the markers were a bit, it was hidden inside the actual silo, but I've moved it all and now it's absolutely fine. So and it worked. So I literally had this working what was I on yesterday? Yeah, not the cannery, the sugar mill, and it's exactly right to what I used to always put an old bale thing, but you don't need them. Right, red beets, just gone past it. Maybe I haven't got anything in here. Sorghum. I don't think sorghum actually is in any of the recipes, is it, for the bakery? Oh, it is. No, it is. Let's do it then. No, yeah, it doesn't sort of do it right, does it? Right, so sorghum is all that we've got left. Oh, apologise for the. We'll stick that in, a little bit of sorghum, and we'll see if that goes. Because if this doesn't work either, then I know for a fact it's going to be that there's a mod desk update where I've got to just change the number. Yeah, it's as simple as that. I just need to change my number on my mod desk, as they call, which is it's the thing that enables the game to see my mod. Basically, you could say in plain English. Right, so then this should be here. And yeah, my markers are right where they should be as well. Now, oh, I've not got. Oh, the markers. Let me just see if this marker. Oh, yeah, that is a point. Have I? Because although the markers are important, yeah, no, that's right. That's filling. Ah, it is as well. So it can fill. So what would it be filling with? Well, I suppose any of my inputs, but yeah, it's true. I was just checking something. I apologise for like the strange, but have I done what I did before where it actually... Oh, well, let me out now. Yeah, so I've got my managed production point. That's spot on where it should be. I've got all my markers missing. That needs fixing anyway. Yeah, that is bad. Oh, I've got some sort of a... No, yeah, there's a collision in the wrong place on this. I've switched... Again, the other day I ripped all of these to pieces and rebuilt them, and they were all good. But then what I'd done, which I didn't realise, I'd hidden the unload in here because I'd made the model bigger. I didn't realise that. So I thought, oh, I've done it all wrong. Let's do it again. So I did it all over again. So that's really bizarre. Now, on some of them, the unload goes where the bread is. Yeah, but that's filling. We don't want filling. We want to... No, it's still not working. We know that sometimes this context menu actually is a little bit wrong. So if I press the right button, even if it's the wrong message, it should still work. But that's really the unload place. But it is definitely only saying start filling, so something's gone wrong. Yeah, the other thing, on some of these, you can actually, it's in this place. Yeah, I've noticed that myself, which is strange. It's like the unload triggers move to where the pallets are. And again, there's no reason for this, because this is exactly the same. It was taken from a giant swan, so it makes no sense why all of a sudden I can't unload anymore. Okay, right. Well, there's not much I can do. I'm going to have to fix this and down tools for a little bit, I think. So yeah, there's nothing I can do. I'll put this in this side at the top, and I suppose we can carry on. I'd like to, yeah, I'm going to grab another load. Yeah, at least we might finish one field. It might be even if it's, I've got the beetroot in the little multi-fruit silo. I've checked me, well, the other thing is, obviously, you know yourself, if you've not done something, like if that's right or if it's wrong, and I haven't, and that unload trigger marker is right where the unload trigger is. And it has got red beats as well, as in, like, you know, like that's the first thing I checked was, have I done this? Have I got the wrong one? But no, it's all right. Definitely all spot on. And you can unload these directly where that is on this kind of thing. Because I used to put a bale trigger in as an extra, thinking you needed a bale trigger. You don't. So, and I've proved this time and time again, only now all of a sudden it's all completely different. So, right. Now let's go. Yeah, let's fit. The show must go on, as the saying goes. Let's take this down here, and we will at least get this. Yeah, we'll get the red beet finished, and then I'm going to investigate off camera to see what on earth it really is going wrong. Let's not get too close, because these are the ups and downs. So probably wiser to literally go here, and there'll be a bit of cleanup afterwards. Right, I'm going to take over, but I'm going to say my words. Yeah, this is very, very strange, but it is. I'm used to this. This is what you get with modding. But yeah, it's there are obviously changes because of, I can tell by the tractor, so something may have changed. I have no idea. It could be mod desk. That's my guess. But the weird thing is, you can still, it partially works, as in you can grab the Yeah, I've just been through the mod through the i3D and just checked that everything is where it says it is, and it is. The loading station, the unloading station is exactly where it should be, and it's just not actually playing ball. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna say my words. I'm gonna see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, and there we were done. First field. Now I need to go and investigate and see why on earth, all of a sudden, something that last session loaded now won't unload. Very strange. Yeah, I was literally on Cavalier Riverview using the sugar factory, which is sort of exactly the same. Well, it's not exactly the same, but it is, and it unloaded perfectly well in exactly the same place as we've. Yeah, I mean, I literally fixed the trigger markers as I was coming in. Right, okay, so we need to let's go now. Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, this has been nerfed as well. It it's sort of been tweaked again. Yeah, I did notice this. I know. I'm sorry. I'm repeating myself, aren't I? Really, it's weird when something throws you a curveball like this. It sort of like really flummoxes you. You know, like because when did I do? Yeah, 8 o'clock last night. I was playing with the sugar mill. I mean, I'll use that as my model because that was working and see if there's any difference whatsoever between where the markers are and all the rest of it, and see if it's my mistake. But this time, I actually, yeah, look at that. Seriously. We can only just crawl about 1 mile an hour at the top. I mean, that is, it's a big tractor. This is. I said this at the end of FS25 when they did exactly the same. I got a massive 550 horsepower tractor that was floored by a little 18-ton trailer, and I'm like, what? What is this about? You know, like I've seen little tiny 175s pulling mighty trailers in real life. I thought this is ridiculous. Why are you doing this to us? Yeah, that I put that the extra power mod on for a little while. And I thought, no, leave it alone. It's just no, it's not working. You're not imagining it. It is real. I've got to investigate why this is not working when it worked yesterday. Very strange. Yeah, now I've checked to make sure that obviously Red Beat is like in the, and it is, so I don't understand what it's about. But then we've seen exactly the same with the other trigger, so the unload isn't working on that either, so it's not me going mad. Right, well, I'm going to down tools, I think, and I'm going to, I shall be right back from your perspective, but I don't know how long it's going to take me to fix it, so see you shortly. Never thought I'd be pleased to see the dump mark so much. We've done it. Yeah, I knew we would. It is my own fault. I've got to be honest. It is because Giants. Have said this. It's sort of. I don't know that they do it on purpose, but they call it different names on different models. So it's. I think. Yeah, I think I've actually increased this. I think I've got it a big now. So, I haven't actually. I've not increased this one. Most I've got like 500,000 liters now. But yeah, it's nearly done. So we'll leave that. It's nearly full. Let's crack on. Let's get a bit more work done. So yeah, the other one is going to be the same too. The sorghum. Did we put the sorghum in there? Let's just try. Let's grab that as well. I'm not sure if we. No, I think it was this one. Yeah, these tires are so. Yeah, it's with them being so large, you hit the side of the trailer. Really, I just think it's like impractical. It impedes the function of the tractor, and that is just so silly, really. Oh, so wow. I'd actually gone all the way around and I just had to go the other way. That's usually the case with me. Right, so we should also say I went through all my models and I had it on quite a few. I swapped models, and well, that's what I said. I've ripped through, but some of them I kept as one thing, and some of them I kept as another. Some of them it's called exact fill node or exact fill root node, and that was the problem, because some of them said they refer to it. It's like a reference. Sorry to bore you with the details of item, but what I mean is it's the little square where you dump this. It's called the exact fill root node on some, and on others it's exact fill node. Well, because I'd swapped my models around. Oh wow, I think I've made that a little bit big. I'm never been so happy to see a dump, like the thing like that. So let's get the sorghum flour going as well. Activates, and fantastic. Gordon Bennett. I'm so happy to see that. You will not believe it. Right, let's get cracking. Let's do the other fields. I think we'll probably do 2 fields this session and probably do 2 fields next session. So let's get cracking. Yeah, we'll do 1 load right to that, and then is this the potatoes? Or no, I think the potatoes and the big one. Yeah, they are. I remember. I do definitely remember. Right, let's get stuck in. I'm going to go straight into that time lapse though, because it's going to be they're going to be 2 monstrous sessions to do all of. Oh, I've not emptied that, have I? Right, okay. Let's empty this out. That can probably go straight into there, into the cannery with soup making add-on. Yeah, and we will then get cracking on this field. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, I'm coming out the time lapse for a minute. Yes, it's one thing I noticed in editing. I've destroyed the roads. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reroute it around the. I know the AI splines. It would actually hit the silo, but we don't really very often send out. I don't think I ever do, and if I do, it's tough because I've gone and changed it. So what we're going to do, not at my cost, because obviously the road is the maps, and I know it's my fault, but what I mean is we're going to reroute the road and put it like where it should be. Well, we're going to put it around the other side of the silo, but we're going to do that now. I'm going to do it. I don't think it's probably not going to cost me that much anyway. So it. Do I? Yeah, let's do that. And let's change these tires. It's really annoying. Right, let's get back into that time lapse. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, I'm coming out of the time. That's a little early because this, yeah, I'm running out of time really. This is when I'd normally go down for breakfast and that, but I wanted to finish this. I was so determined. So we're just gonna like literally grab this field in a non-time lapse, the last little couple of lines, and I'm gonna say my goodbyes. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I was trying to do this quicker because I've got to be honest, I find up and down lines, they are slower than if you do what I've just done. If you like zip, I mean, it doesn't help because obviously it's now I might just about do this with what space is left in there and what we're going to have left in. Brilliant. That should just about be all right. Yeah, so let's get this done. Yeah, it's been a cracking session. I'm so pleased that I've fixed the mods and I've done them all now. So I really did. It was silly of me to approach it in the way that I did. And it wasn't disrespectful because I always think you always hit if you like a nonchalance about the way that you do something and you like do it like without any respect. You always, I didn't do it like that, but I did. Again, every single thing I've done with the modding has sort of taught me quite a few lessons, and it did teach me quite a lot. I tried to change a lot of things all at once, and I did say that a while back. It's true. Now I know in IT, in a test environment, you want to change as few things as possible so you know what was changed, so therefore you know what could go wrong. Whereas if you change 30 elements, it could be any one of those elements that you've done that's gone wrong. So of course I did everything all in one go, which then meant I'd got to like try and find the needle in the haystack, and that was my own silly fault. Well, I did do it, but it did teach me a lot. I've said this a long time ago. Never be afraid to make mistakes. Although it was painful, sort of, it was also at the end rewarding because I thought, well, I found, and a bit like that. This time I was like, I was going out of the game last night thinking, oh no, I've got to. I thought, don't, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. Don't let it, because sometimes I've allowed it, that, especially last Sunday when I destroyed everything and nothing was working quite right. I did really let it play on my mind, and I wasn't sleeping properly because of it. And I thought, I don't want to ever get like that again. That's ridiculous that you should allow a problem like that to, you're going to fix it. Why are you worrying? So this time, I actually, having faced that on Sunday, I did sort of have the same kind of feelings to begin with. I thought, no, I'm not going there. I'm not having this, like, do that to me again. I know I'm going to fix this. And sure enough, like, before I came on this morning, I quickly, or did I do it after that? That's it. I did it after the session, but I like didn't even test it because I knew I would figure it out. Fantastic. So that is that. And I think we've about filled the parsnips. So yeah. So I'm going to say my goodbyes. Yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching on my life. We've got shaky, shake, rattling and rolling. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. We are going to do animals soon. We are. This year, we're pumping the money into animals. I don't care what happens. Pigs, I'm not sure of. I think we're going to do sheep. I do, because the enclosure is quite small. It's going to suit us really well, and we'll go into clothes, I reckon. Yeah. So it's a nice one. I'd like, oh, do we? No, we're going to do the rope maker on another one. So, yes. So, yeah, all that remains to be said is goodbye for now.